think it's a good segue. I want to talk a little WNBA. Caitlin Clark, you've been getting.
Yeah, we want
They've
to
been
talk.
doing Caitlin Clark bad.
Pull up the push.
It's a few things, bro. Yeah, yeah. Pull up the push. You seen the push yet? Yeah, bro. They got it out for her, bro. It's good though. This gonna make a
Wait, let me see the
monster.
push. Oh, okay, okay. Bro, wait, what is this?
This is 90s basketball right
Yeah,
here.
bro. This is
That's
Larry
crazy.
Bird, bro.
That's exactly. She looks
That's
like
crazy.
Isaiah
It's crazy
Thomas.
because Angel Reese. So Angel Reese is Caitlin's rival from college. She was celebrating with the girl that pushed her after. Like she was like damn near
Wait,
like
say that again.
Angel Reese plays for the other team. The
Oh, wait,
so, yeah,
what?
Yeah, so Angel Reese was playing there. She was playing against Angel Reese, and Angel Reese damn near like damn near celebrated the
Slapped her
girl.
up,
Yeah,
they was
like
laughing.
dapped her up and shit and laughed like after she did that to Caitlin, bro. Like,
What?
it's the bro, the
I
beef.
see that.
Nah, yeah, bro. Oh yeah, that shit's somewhere.
What
Like, it's on
the
my Instagram,
fuck?
but
Jesus Christ.
I'm telling you, bro, it's like
So
Magic
then-
and Bird, bro. It's the beginning. Race wars and all, bro. I love
Not
all
the
this
race
shit.
wars.
Nah, bro, people are making this racial, bro.
This one sports are for people to figure out how to talk about race with over because the sports really don't matter. It's just a game, you feel me? But people get intense and take it seriously. But we got enough serious stuff to actually talk about race going on in life that's really depressing. So you could talk about race and you could argue with people in the comments. The people are I be cracking up.
Nah, we
know
arguing
arguing
the
this.
racist perspectives.
The problem
People arguing in the comment section is hilarious. I guess underneath taking it hella serious, going like the fact that if you going like long ass comments, I feel like going back and forth about Caitlyn and Angel or about anything about black, like turns into a black and white thing is just like crazy to me.
It turns in so quickly, like, bro. It has white people saying, like, bro, that's what I don't like about this, bro. That's why I'm like, bro, if y'all don't let Caitlyn thug this out, bro, like a lot of white people keep trying to play the race card. That's my problem. Like they keep trying to say that people don't like her because she's white, and I'm just like, bro, like
This is just hoop.
it's just bad. Like I don't know, bro.
No, it's like this. I was like, if you pay attention, I feel like that's like 90s basketball shit. Just like, hey, yo, like anybody NBA fans have been like obsessed with like, yeah, just why isn't this physical? Why is this soft? Why this isn't like I'm watching basketball for 20 years, and I feel like over the last 10 years, every year people have been saying about the NBA like they flop too much, it's too soft. It needs to be like it used to be. Like they used to just be able to fight. They used to be able to the animosity used to be actually real. But people always say they're friends now. Like they hang out with each other. Like these players don't actually hate each other. They like each other, and it's just the animosity of that built basket. This is kind of the animosity that built basketball. Like, if you guys want to know how the NBA was built, well, yeah, it was genuine like animosity and like fans. Like, it wasn't just that like. You saw like the Pistons and the Bulls hated each other. It wasn't just that. It was that the fan bases hated each other irrationally, like to a point where it's like they were dumb about it, but like they became fans in the moment of like this shit going on. Like same thing back then. There was like a bunch of other shit going on in the world that affected probably the way people are arguing about Magic and Bird. And Isaiah has like the quote. I feel like has a quote about Larry Bird saying something like he won something because he was white or something like that, or he gets praised because he's white like back then. It's just like, a whole bunch of other stuff, real shit going on in the world at that time for black people, for white people in this country and shit like that. And it's like, we just needed a game to like just argue about this shit in a nothing at all kind of way. But also like that real animosity and shit like that built the sport, I guess. It's like,
this shit, so it's kind of good for the sport.
It's like, this is not repeating history, but it's the next evolution off of this. Like, kind of saw why the NBA was so popular. I think in the first time around was like, this was just good hoop, good talent, but drama. Like,
Hey, bro, and all the WNBA fans that are mad at new WNBA fans bro, y'all gotta realize like it's okay that I feel like Caitlyn and Angel coming into y'all league gave it more recognition. It's like I feel like a lot of long-term WNBA fans, like before all this hype, are kind of mad at people because they feel like, oh, it's always been like this. I'm like, okay, bro, but like you should never be mad about your game growing, regardless of how your game grows happen. Like, you give credit, I don't know, just give credit where it's due. Give credit to Caitlyn and Angel because they did kind of like, bro, they got more eyes than ever on the WNBA right now. Like, and it's like kind of undeniable.
I fully get what you're saying, but I respect the nerve. I feel like I was a hater for so long. I respect the nerd who does hate. I feel like kind of like if you've been here and you know the history right now, like know the full history, or you've been watching the WNBA for 10 plus years, kind of, and you really know women's basketball, shit like that, and or just to experience the way where everybody comes in, I would like compare it to just like, say to be a fan of anything like outside of like sports, or like take it away from the like NBA and basketball, or like the whole like where we're at, like women's sports, like needing to get more eyes on women's sports and shit like that. Like for us, like 2K is like, oh no, I felt like I was a fan of this game and I love this game, and then all of a sudden 2016 or 17 rolls around and like everybody's playing this game. There's like this time we times by like when I fell in love with 2K in 2008 compared to where we were in 2008, 2K18. I'm like, yo, where did all these people come from? Like, why do y'all even like this game? Y'all don't even play this game right. Y'all don't know how to appreciate this game and shit like that. So I respect, like, it's like I couldn't be. It took me time to be aware. Just be like, oh, the game's expanded, and like if the game's expanded, then I'm probably gonna get the things that I want, or I just can appreciate the game the way I appreciate it, kind of shit like that. But also, like, I can't help still resist, kind of like, you catch me on the wrong day, I'm just gonna go off hating on online 2K shit for no reason, because I'm like, yo, this isn't how it's supposed to be. Like back in the day, y'all don't understand. Y'all wasn't, like I was saying, y'all wasn't watching the WNBA when Candace. Y'all wasn't watching Lisa Leslie. Like y'all didn't give a fuck back then. But like that's me with nobody gives a fuck about college hoops 2K. It's the best 2K ever. Yeah, Lisa Leslie might be the best most important WNBA player ever, and it's gonna feel, to the fan that watched them and experienced that, it is gonna feel weird. I was like, I respect the nerd I respected either one you get. The one that is like, I love Angel Reese and Caitlin because I've been watching since Lisa Leslie, and the one that's like, I've been watching since Lisa Leslie, and there's too many people around that don't know what the hell they're talking about. Like, I respect both because I've been both. I've been both
too, and I realized that I like, nah, bro, y'all can't. That's gate. They be it's kind of gatekeeping, and it's like,
also informed. You can be gatekeeping, but you got to turn it to informing.
Yeah, exactly.
You have to be like, but I'm gonna tell y'all about the game. Like, I'm gonna tell y'all what y'all missed. Like,
exactly. But like, even being able to tell you, you have the opportunity to tell people what they miss because.
Explain to them what they're seeing right now. Exactly. Like, it's, let's say, it's taking that, realizing like people, for me, it's like even with 2K, good, like people don't know what they're experiencing with this shit. So if I talk about it the right way, then maybe they can like it'll make their experience even better, kind of shit like that. Like, you got the information for how we got here, then you can help people understand what they're watching and where it's going. But it's, you just got to get over that hump of like listening to people talk about this thing that you love, but they don't know what the hell they talking about. Yeah. Like, oh yeah, y'all just got here.
It's like there's a certain degree of it too, where you gotta at least somewhat pay attention to kind of how race and gender play into it, because it is. Right now, it is a lot of black women having to listen to white people and men try to explain something to them, like how to make something successful that they've been, like, you know what I mean? It's like explaining something to them that they've been following and promoting and pushing and doing the work behind for like years. And I feel like it's cool to bring up Lisa Leslie, but like a lot of the stuff is like, fuck, like the shit that was happening in the last 3 years. Like the WNBA has been in a really good place or has been building for a few years now, and to just, I think that's been part of it for a lot of people too. And like little shit, like nobody needs Austin Rivers explaining to them why you need to like be okay with this or that or some shit, because you know what I mean. I think there's levels to it, but I don't know. It's just there's definitely levels to it. There's definitely some. I just you guys kind of keep in mind, like who are the major stakeholders here? What do they look like? And how does it? I don't know. It's interesting.
I always say this all go back to them owners. Them NBA owners are a crazy group of individuals. Like y'all, you go down each individual person if you can find them. Like that's a crazy group, and it's never not been a crazy group for 40 years now. You feel me? So if you want to know anything about the NBA and WNBA, it all runs through what is profitable, what makes sense to the owners of the NBA teams in combination with Adam Silver. Everybody else, then you can talk about the players, the NBA players, what they should do for the WNBA, the WNBA players, what they should be doing. Is like, for me, it all goes back to like David Stern in 1999 was on his way to making the Bobcats, but he could have been developing the whole second league and really put in time, energy, culture, because there was culture and energy there to like in a beautiful sport and a beautiful game. But he didn't give a fuck because none of the owners gave a fuck about the WNBA, or like specifically the WNBA owners since 2000 have not gave a fuck about women's basketball. And it's like if the NBA owners ever cared like they care about the NBA and see it that way, then they could build something. But it's gonna take the WNBA players finding their voice, finding their talent, making the league, it should be the other way around. They're gonna have to make this profitable profitable for the NBA owners to like give a fuck. And it's gonna be a lot because the NBA owners are a lot closer to they don't even care about sports a lot of times.
like people gotta invest though. Like the NBA, that's the only way this shit is going. Like WNBA is gonna ramp up in views and attention is if people in the NBA, like I know they do, but like it's not nearly enough.
It's not
like,
enough,
I promise you it's not nearly enough. Like people in the UFC, like the male fighters talk about the female fighters like so fucking much, and like everybody, like Dana White, like they talk about them so fucking much, and it's just like it's because it's part of the organization. Like do they have ABC games?
No, bro. Okay,
they don't have ABC. Like do they need to get the same broadcasting as the NBA? They need to be put like on the same. That's the only way, and that's what I'm saying. Like they need to invest in them, and it's probably not going to be like profitable at the beginning, but you need to do this for them to be able to start getting
it's anything like that.
It's not going to happen just naturally. We've been trying to let it happen naturally because it's just not going to happen naturally.
These dudes
pump them.
The dudes, the owners are in that type of big money. Not anything about the venture capitalists or that type of people. Like they live their 20s and 30s with the idea that they've invested big money and lost. Like they know it takes, in order to make money, you have to invest. Like you have to have big investment, or like you put yourself out there in that big risk reward, and then they just have to see the WNBA as something that it's not even a risk reward kind of thing. It's only reward. Like it's only ever been reward, and if the last 5 years hasn't shown you that, then like the full history should have been showing you that. Like the NBA, you are the creators of the WNBA. Like it runs through nobody else but you. You have this gold mine right here if you care about it. If you want to see it as one of those things that you want to throw your investment in, knowing it's not going to be profitable at first, but you're going to be the base. You're going to be you built the foundation. You're gonna hold all the value of it. And it's like it's crazy because it's like they're not gonna give a fuck, and they're still gonna get a hold way too much of the value in this shit.
We just need that one person who likes attention because he's gonna do it, and he's gonna have a movie made about him.
LeBron when he retires.
It is gonna be LeBron, bro. LeBron needed,
it's gonna help them out so much.
It's what the NBA has with the like baseball and football with the helmet and the hat, but like NBA is just we're living through the time of like these faces are recognizable, these people are famous off the court and can build that shit. But it's once we get somebody from the internet era of basketball who retires and then goes to coach the WNBA, and everybody knows this face and knows this personality and watched their whole career, knows this person, it's like it's gonna do way too much for the WNBA, but it is gonna do a lot. But it's like the Derek, for us, we felt like Derek Fisher isn't a big deal, and it wasn't. And like I always want to know that story. We coaching the WNBA, but whoever the next one is, like is actually that played in the NBA Twitter time. Like that's the point guard or the guard that like really like people are watching and paying attention.
We need to do a deep dive. That's gonna be a separate episode, but I do want to do a deep dive into that Derek Fisher WNBA shit because I know it was more shit than what we heard about, bruh. I know this nigga was on some shit, bruh.
One of the wildest stories I've ever seen drop, like just on the timeline. That shit's wild.
It's a bad story.
Yeah,
man.
It needs a deep dive. But yes,
he benched the best player in the W.
She won the fucking MVP like next year.
Top 5 all time.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought it was gonna be like.
I want to sit down with Candace.
But I know that shit. I know it's more than. If this nigga was willing to do that, I just know it's a lot of funny story or fucked up stories from that season of having Derek Fisher as your coach in the WNBA. Yeah, that's where it ended at.
Ramona Shelburne has a good article that getting dropped that day when all that news came out. That's probably worth a read before we dip into that next time. But crazy shit. Very horrible.
Last thing.
Really bad basketball manager. My bad. Go ahead.
No, but shit like the investing thing, like it was Angel Reese's second game. I couldn't watch Angel Reese's second WNBA game anywhere. It was only available on Fubo Sports. I literally paid for WNBA League Pass. I thought it was going to be a thing, bro, because Caitlin Clark's first game was on Prime Video, but they only did that for it ain't been no other WNBA games on Prime Video since that. So I was like, so y'all just bought one game. And bro, deadass, I was like really trying to watch Angel Reese's second game, and I couldn't. Like the fact that I can't watch one of the new faces of your league's second game, like that's not
that's startup company type shit. Buying one, what the fuck?
This is why I see this is actually good if you explain that, because this is like second time like the NBA not being ready for what for me feels like it's obvious they could be eaten on. But it's like Zion, like post Lonzo Ball, that many people knowing his name, his face, and who he is, like the fact that the NBA didn't get multiple, like LaMelo and Zion are so famous and so like you know where you're going, like you know they're going to be in your league and you know you can start preparing for this now. Can you get them NBA, ESPN? Can you get eyes on them at all? Can you get a showcase game? Can you get any type of thing? Get them nationally televised? But then here we are, like 6 years, 6 years later from that, and it's still I'm looking at the NBA underneath like. You have young American basketball talent that people love, Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese. Can you get all the eyes on them? Can you put them in the spot where we put the Steph Curry, LeBron spot, whatever, the national televised spot, or even the ESPN spot where everybody knows to watch and going to watch? Like, if you have people already know who these people are, and like that's where your league is going now. It's like people are coming in. LaMelo Ball, Zion Williamson, and Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese over the last 10 years, we can see they're coming in with social media, they're coming in with fans, they're coming in with influence, and it's like the NBA. How can you like this is where your profit starts. This is where the future of your league starts. This is where you need to be focusing on how to take this talent in and bring in more fans, because they're already coming in bringing in their fans.
Yeah, exactly.
So
they
do your side of it instead of like Zion and LaMelo are playing for two of the worst organizations to be playing for to be as famous as they were, and I don't think either of them are not talented at all. I think they're both very talented and can still have really good careers. But like, yo, the NBA just let LaMelo play for the Bobcats and Zion play for New Orleans, and it's like, yo, this is kind of a waste of really famous people, you know.
They made sure they got Wemby right though.